Kia ora everyone, I'm Donnalouise from New Zealand and welcome to my YouTube channel for the love of puzzles. Today I have a speed puzzling compilation video for you all. It's pairs, all pair speed puzzling runs that I've done with Alison. We meet up nearly every week to speed run a jigsaw puzzle. We do a lot of 500 pieces and a couple of 1,000 pieces. By the way, we enter all our times in that speedpuzzling.com website. I love it, it's a great database to enter your times and to track them. So, we have done a couple of Ravensburger 500-piece jigsaw puzzles. We also did a Holdson one from their Must Love Dogs series called Doc Dogs. That was for a New Zealand Jigsaw Puzzle Association event. And then we've done the Clementoni, the blue car 500-piece from the Battle of the YouTube Puzzlers, because right now you can do a pair speed run of it and enter your time in the Google form until March 31st. So I'll leave that in the description below, the link to the Google form. I mean, why not? So many people have the jigsaw puzzle. Get more use out of it. Do a pairs run with it. And then we did two 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzles, the Clementoni collage from the Color Boom series, as well as the Boston Pairs Final jigsaw puzzle from Worlds last year. So, with the Boston one, do you think we were finally able to get our time under 2 hours? Yes or no? Leave your comments below. And then, from the Ravensburger 500 ones that you're gonna see us do, they're not all here on the table because some of them are Alison's. Do you think we were finally able to do one in under 30 minutes? Leave your comments below. Now, I am going to Canada in May to participate in their Canadian Jigsaw Puzzle National Championships put on by the Canadian Jigsaw Puzzle Association. I'm also using this trip in hopes of buying newer Ravensburger jigsaw puzzles, focusing on 500 pieces like the new Circle of Color ones, just any newer jigsaw puzzle from them, because of course I'm going to Spain in September. Well, I'll be puzzling with Jeanette and all my friends. I can't wait to go, but I do feel somewhat at a disadvantage not being able to get my hands on any of the newer jigsaw puzzles. So I'm hoping when I go to Canada that I can just load up my suitcase and bring a whole bunch of new jigsaw puzzles back to New Zealand with me. In this video, you're going to see some time lapses of speed runs, as well as others that are just photographs. I don't always record our speed runs. Also, sometimes they might appear a bit choppy because we are speed puzzling down at the jigsaw puzzle display at Wood Solutions, and we do sometimes get interrupted and I have to stop the timer in the video. I try to chop that stuff out, but then sometimes the video might appear that suddenly I'm on one side of the table and then I'm on the other side of the table, and that's the reason why. I promise that all the times that I show you are accurate. Well, enjoy! So you'll notice a lot of these jigsaw puzzles are nature edition ones or photographs, more difficult for me. This is Dandelions at Sunset, I believe. I was pleased with our time, just over 50 minutes. So that was nice. I think we've broken the 1 hour mark for 500 piece as pairs. And then lupins, well, look at this. Let me tell you, as a pair, I feel we knocked this out. I'm so proud. 48 minutes and 48 seconds. I can't do anything like that on my own, but together it was amazing. Now this was a new puzzle to both of us. It's called Trendy. I believe it was used at an Australian competition. It's so hard to go back. Like, I know a puzzle was used at a competition somewhere, but I'm like, where, what country? And if there's a state competition like in Australia. Now the thing is here, we sorted, and as soon as the border was done, I started doing the border, and Alison was amazing. She made a whole bunch of small piles of things that were sorted, and you see that I'm working on all these little small piles of pieces where she's down the other end of the table working on the cat. And she kind of got frustrated with the cat, and afterwards we talked, and she thought it would have been smarter if she would have actually helped me with all those small piles of distinct leaves and colors and get that all done. And then together we should have filled in the cat at the end, the trickier part. So we definitely want to do this again. I still think we did a great time. And I do find that sometimes one of us is not as happy about our performance and then the other one is quite content with their performance. But together, just over 48 minutes. But we want to redo it and leave the cat to the end, and I think we could knock off some time. But she did awesome. She always does awesome. This is New York, the city that never sleeps. Oh, that sky. Alison pretty much did everything, and I did the sky. We wanted to see how long it would take us. Just over 48 minutes. We're going to approach that differently and see if we can do better on that one. Now this next one, the balloon party. I just can't deal with all the beige and the white and the whitish and the beigey browns. This was so tricky for me. We did do it in under 48 minutes, but still, oh, I was miserable. She did awesome on that one, and ugh. Now, this is new. This is an old jigsaw puzzle. Neither of us had done it before. I think it's called Dolphin at Sunset. It was actually really fun. Lots of things to look at, lots of lines, lots of sections, just under 44 minutes. So I was pleased with that. And then you'll recognize this one, Floral Reflections, with my missing blue piece. I can't remember if we previously had done this one together, but we did it 39 minutes. So I was like, okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So now this was a new puzzle to both of us, Minu's Pond, and I do believe, again, it was used in a competition somewhere as a pairs. I can't remember where. But Alison and I, we did a full flip. I grabbed all the border pieces, and Alison, we just decided, like, she'd say, I'm picking out the bright pink, or I'm picking out this, or I'm picking out that. We just kind of called out what we were going to work on. And so I was like, I'm going to do the girl in the bottom corner. And Alison would just do sections, finish them, and then you'll see I grabbed them from her and then I placed them in the puzzle where they go. So she's knocking out a whole bunch of stuff on the side. And then I said, I grabbed all the white pieces towards the sky at the top. And I felt, for the first time us both doing this jigsaw puzzle, I was so proud. We both felt like we had done so well and worked so well on it. And I think this is a bit of a tricky puzzle with all the pinks and the shades of pinks. You know, there's a lot going on, but a lot of similar colors. It's a beautiful jigsaw puzzle though. So nice when it's done. I really enjoyed doing it. And I was so proud of our time. Just like 38 minutes and like 30 seconds basically. Oh, I was so pleased. We're really doing well. So now this was another new puzzle, brand new, opened up. I think it's, I don't know how to pronounce it, Idylle, I-D-Y-L-L-E. It's a location, it's a lake and a building, and I know it was also used at a competition somewhere. Oh, I just can't remember where, and I start looking through all the competitions listing and I get lost. Well, we did a full sort, and then we just called out what we were working on. Alison, of course, she always takes the harder parts, and I so appreciate her for doing that because, like the flowers, you'll notice a lot of these puzzles are not my style, but this is what I need to practice to improve, and I think together we did really well. Now, you're going to notice that we show our hands here in a second because this puzzle had so much puzzle dust that it actually, I felt it affected my puzzling. My hands just felt so dirty and grimy. It was unpleasant. I don't know why this one was so bad. Probably the worst we've seen in a long time. I don't know if you can tell how blue my fingers and hands are. It was all over the place. Beautiful image though. I'm glad she got it and we were able to do it. And I'm really pleased with our time. Again, faster still. 35 minutes and about 30 seconds. So pleased with that. So then we move on to a Holdson brand jigsaw puzzle. This is from the Must Love Dogs series. It's called Doc Dogs. This was for a competition put on by the New Zealand Jigsaw Puzzle Association. You bought the puzzle, you assembled it, you submit your time, similar to bow tip. We decided to do it as a pairs. Now the thing is, they're extra large pieces. And Holdson, sometimes you have the problem with false fits. So there's actually currently right now a problem with that upper corner of the border. I had two pieces in the wrong spot. So you see Alison's working on it here and she's having trouble, and then she finally figured it out what the problem was. But overall, a lovely busy image. So if I buy a Holdson puzzle, I want it to be a busy image because that avoids a lot of false fits, although the border was not fun. But enjoyable. And we kind of sorted some stuff out, but did a full flip because it's so busy. There was only so many things that you could sort out. And then we just worked at it together, going back and forth. And it is cute because it has dogs. It's lots of fun. I'm so glad the New Zealand Jigsaw Puzzle Association is up and running, and our time was just over 33 minutes. Now on top of that, you'll see that we did the bow tip, the blue car from Clementoni, together as a pair. I didn't record the time lapse, but I did take, not the best photos. You'll see here that our time was 32 minutes and 45 seconds. That Google form, I'll leave a link in the description below, open until March 31st, 2024 to submit your pair's time. And then New York postcard. This is our last 500 piece one, and did we get under 30 minutes? We did. 27 minutes and 52 seconds. I couldn't believe it. We broke the 30-minute mark finally. Now, we're revisiting Boston. I think it's called like Boston 2189 is the official title of the jigsaw puzzle. This was the pair's final jigsaw puzzle at Worlds. I can't wait to start doing more Worlds videos because they've changed it up for pairs. It's now only going to be 500 pieces and you only get 75 minutes. There's 2 qualifying rounds and a final just to accommodate so many people. We approached this differently. We pulled out the border and we kind of pulled out very distinct pieces we could sort, but we actually put them on the table in approximately where they go, if that makes any sense. So we sorted them into piles on the table approximately where they go. So everything we're working on now were really the distinct pieces that we could pull out easily. And I felt we were doing a lot better with this puzzle. I wasn't so overwhelmed with this puzzle. And in fact, it's the lower section of the puzzle that gets so tricky because one piece will have 4, 5, 6 colors on it. The pieces that have 2 colors or maybe 3, they're not so bad, but the pieces with all the lower design are really tricky. And I do apologize because when we're speed puzzling, I'm not very conscious of the camera, so often I block the camera. Apologies for that. So we got close to our time, and at the 2-hour mark, we weren't finished, but we had 110 pieces remaining. So we managed to get 890 pieces total, which I think would have placed us like 19th, I think. And we needed just under another 10 minutes to finish. So 2 hours, 9 minutes and 50 seconds. So no, we didn't complete it under 2 hours, but we were so close. And I think we would have placed well at Worlds. I know I looked it up. Was it I want to say 19th, but don't quote me on that. So we decided then to do this Clementoni Color Boom Collage jigsaw puzzle. And apologies, I know the box gets in the way. We did a full sort. I love a gradient puzzle. You got to do a full sort. It just looks so lovely. I started one side, she started the other. I had not done this puzzle before, but I believe Alison had, and she commented how like the images repeat within the sections, and I didn't realize. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I thought I already built this. And then, yeah, so it is tricky. It is tricky. You will definitely see how Alison is so much of a better puzzler than I am, because once we join the 2 sections together, she has done more than what I've done. We do eventually meet in the middle, but it just goes to show what a strong puzzler she is. I do think it was really good fully sorting by color. I am trying to sit more, but I don't know. I stand a lot. Luckily, my back is doing well. I know many people ask me about my back and stretching and leaning and eyesight, but no, I'm good. I'm still doing well. This was a fun puzzle to do, and I wasn't sure how long it would take us. Could we get under the 2-hour mark? Yes or no? We're finishing up in the middle here down with the pinks and the reds, and it is a lovely, fun puzzle. Very busy though, and I couldn't believe it repeated. That made it trickier for sure. But we did 1 hour, 43 minutes and 55 seconds. I was so pleased with that. So no, we weren't able to complete Boston in under 2 hours. That's okay, we're so close. Like at the 2-hour, 10-minute mark. We'll get there, we'll get there. I'm still really content with how well we had done, because at the 2-hour mark, I think we had just 110 pieces left. And yes, we were able to complete our first 500-piece jigsaw puzzle in under 30 minutes. I'm so proud of that. It was the New York postcard jigsaw puzzle. Now, have you seen the Paris postcard jigsaw puzzle from Ravensburger? They just used it at the Swedish national competition. Leave your comments below. I think it looks more difficult than London and New York. I don't know why, just my personal opinion. I think it's more difficult than the other two. What do you think? Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. For the love of puzzles, I hope you enjoy my videos. Please consider subscribing, and until next time, ciao!